Hello and welcome to episode 7 of Who Ordered the Pie. We've got a good one for you today. Have you ever been to a game, soccer, football, doesn't matter, or even just watching it on TV? Then suddenly the whole stadium erupts into that unmistakable chant? Even if you don't know the name of the chant, you knew the sound, and chances are you've shouted it too. So how did Seven Nation Army, a minimalistic rock track from 2003, escape the indie world and become one of the biggest stadium anthems on earth? Welcome to Who Ordered the Pie, the podcast where music, cocktails, and those little slices of life all come together. I'm Christopher, and today's story is about one riff, a childhood mispronunciation, and how a private bedroom idea morphed into a global battle cry. It's the White Stripes, it's Seven Nation Army, and it's 7 notes that shook the world. And honestly, it couldn't be more perfect for episode 7. Jack White of the White Stripes once said the phrase Seven Nation Army came from his childhood. As a kid, he couldn't quite pronounce the Salvation Army, so he called it Seven Nation Army. Years later, when he was searching for a title for a new song in 2002, that memory came back. It started as a working title, but it stuck. It felt bigger than life, like a battle cry, even though the song itself is really about something much more personal. At the heart of the song is the riff, 7 notes played on a guitar through a pitch-shifting pedal, so it sounds like it's a bass. Simple, hypnotic, and unforgettable. Jack White actually thought it might be too simple. In his words, I didn't think it was interesting enough. He even joked about saving it in case he was ever asked to write a James Bond theme. But it made the cut for the album Elephant in 2003, and the riff, he doubted, became one of the most recognizable hooks in rock history. And I'm talking to myself at night because I can't forget. At its core, Seven Nation Army isn't about sports at all. It's about defiance. It's about standing tall when it feels like the world is lighting up against you. Enemies whispering, people dragging you through the mud, fighting battles you never asked for. And a message coming from my eyes says, leave it alone. Jack was writing about his own struggles with fame, pressure, and isolation. But that riff was so strong, so primal, that it escaped the song's original meaning. And once the crowd got a hold of it, it stopped being personal. It became communal. The riff was born in Jack White's bedroom, but it didn't stay there. After Elephant dropped in 2003, the song dominated rock radio. It hit number 1 on Billboard's Modern Rock chart, and it even crossed over into the Hot 100, peaking at 76. It won a Grammy for Best Rock Song, and Elephant took Best Alternative Album. But its afterlife didn't come from awards. It came from the stadiums. The first spark in sports came in Belgium. Fans of the Belgian team Club Bruges brought the chant to the Champions League game in Milan against AC Milan. Before the game, Bruges fans, known as the Blue Army, heard Seven Nation Army blasting in the bar. They started humming it, then chanting it in the streets, and then they carried it all the way into the San Sireno Stadium. After every Bruges goal, they chanted the same 7-note riff. It was short, catchy, and intimidating. You didn't need to know lyrics, and you didn't even have to be sober to join in. From there, it spread like wildfire across Europe. By 2006, it was everywhere, especially when Italy's national team adopted it during the World Cup in Germany. When they won, the streets of Rome erupted with that chant. No lyrics, just the riff. A year later, Jack heard it himself while in Portugal standing in a festival crowd. He told Rolling Stone, "They were chanting my song and I thought, that's it, it's gone. It's not mine anymore." From there, it crossed the Atlantic. You heard it at NFL games, you heard marching bands playing it, you heard it at hockey arenas, even political rallies. It's rare for a rock riff to make that leap from a 3-minute track to a shared language. Seven Nation Army may have become the modern stadium chant, but it's certainly not alone. So before we go any further, let's count down the top 5 stadium anthems of all time, starting at number 5 with Thunderstruck by AC/DC. Those opening notes hit like a thunderbolt, pure electricity. Angus Young pieced the riff together from a warm-up pattern he used to do backstage. Today it's practically pre-game ceremony. If you need to raise the heart rate, this is your soundtrack.
You've been thunderstruck. Just a small town girl living in a lonely world.
At number 4, we have Don't Stop Believin' by Journey and the Amazing Steve Perry. It starts soft, piano line, small town girl, but it ends with every voice in the building singing the same words.
Just waiting, up and down the boulevard, there's shadows.
Unlike most songs, the chorus doesn't land until the end of this song, which makes the payoff hit harder when the crowd takes over.
Don't stop believing.
At number 3, Eye of the Tiger by Survivor. Written for Rocky III, it became the gold standard for motivation. Sylvester Stallone personally asked Survivor to write something new after Queen wouldn't license him the song Another One Bites the Dust for his film. The result? An anthem that leapt from a boxing movie to stadiums, arenas, and every gym playlist on earth.
Rising up, back on the street. Did my time, took my chances.
In 1982, the anthem punched its way to number 1 in the US Hot 100 and held that top spot for 6 weeks straight.
It's the eye of the tiger, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rival. And the last
Even more impressive is it spent 15 consecutive weeks nestled in the top 10, testament to just how unstoppable the track really became.
watching us all is the eye of the tiger.
And coming in at number 2, well, you already know this one. And you already know why. It's the only song that turned the guitar riff into a global anthem. Well, tell you what, let's move on to number 1. What do you think it is? Any guesses? Yep, this one comes from my favorite band, Queen. We Will Rock You, written by Brian May. 2 stomps and a clap, they didn't just write a song, they gave the world a rhythm anybody could perform. And an easy chant nobody can forget.
We will rock you.
May was inspired after hearing the crowds in England sing back so loudly he thought fans deserved something designed just for them to play along with.
Sing it. We will rock you.
It was released in 1977 and reached number 2 on the UK singles charts as a double A-side to We Are the Champions. In the United States, it climbed to number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. All right, well, that's it for our top 5 stadium anthems, but I've got one more honorable mention here. And this one's perfect when things aren't going so great for the other team. That's Na Na, Hey Hey, Kiss 'Em Goodbye, written by Steam back in 1969. The number 1 hit that became the ultimate sports send-off. Wasn't even meant to be a single, it was tossed on a B-side, but the crowds claimed it as their own victory chant, and it's been echoing ever since. But before we say goodbye, let's head over to the bar. Today's cocktail is the Red Stripe Rum Punch. It's a nod to the White Stripes name and their bold red and white color scheme. Start with a tall Collins glass filled with ice. You're going to add 2 ounces of dark rum. And in this case, I recommend Planteray Original Dark Rum. You can find it at most liquor stores, most high-end liquor stores, I should say, but it has the best flavor. You're going to love that one. You're going to add 1 ounce of grenadine. And in this case, I prefer Fever Tree True Grenadine. It's a real pomegranate flavor without the added sugar and food coloring. Stay away from that uber red grenadine stuff that you see. I think it's roses, but yeah, don't use that. Next, you're going to add 1 ounce of fresh lime juice. Must be fresh. And then you're going to top this off, and bear with me here, it's going to sound weird, but you top it off with Red Stripe Lager, that classic Jamaican beer. And you can give it a little gentle stir, mix it all together, and then top that off with a lime wheel. I know it sounds weird, you're adding beer to this, but trust me, it's delicious. You're going to love it. The drink is bold, simple, unforgettable, just like the Riff. Seven Nation Army started as a kid's misheard phrase. It became one of the most recognizable riffs in the 21st century, and now it's a chant that connects millions. From a bedroom in Detroit to stadiums around the world, it proves that music can travel farther than anyone can imagine. And before we wrap this up, I wanted to mention something to you. Our new website's live, and it's at whoorderedthepie.com or whoorderedpie.com. They'll both get you there. It's your new home bar for Who Ordered the Pie. You'll find all our cocktail recipes there, easy to browse, printer-friendly, so you can mix along at home or bring recipes to your favorite bartender. We'd also love to hear from you. Do you have an idea for a future episode, a band or an artist you want us to cover, a collaboration suggestion, or maybe you want to collaborate? You can do everything through this website. Now, trust me, it's still new, so there might be some hiccups, but we're getting there. On the website, you can send us episode topic ideas. Maybe you want to hear something about a specific band or artist, or there's a song you've also been interested in the backstory on. Maybe you have a cocktail recipe idea. That's great. Send that along too. Guest suggestions. I do want to get into interviews in the future, so let me know if there's somebody you want me to interview. Maybe you want to share a personal music story. Perhaps something I said in one of the episodes triggered something and you just want to kind of discuss it with me. Go for it. Or just reach out and say hi. So tell us what's on your mind at whoorderedpie.com, because this show is for music lovers, by music lovers, just like you and me. And until next time, here's the loud riffs, quiet sips, and the stories in between.